Congratulations to Ellis Sunny Lane, winner of the 2025 Larry Smith Award.
But I want to teach my players more than just basketball. My main goals were to make my players better kids and help to become more productive citizens in society. How did I do that? By teaching the proper values of sportsmanship, teamwork, manners, respect for others, to be responsible, accountable, and to enhance their self-esteem. In particular, to take care of the underdog and less fortunate students while teaching my severe special needs classes and my Special Olympics kids, and to have a positive impact on kids by being a role model. No smoking, no drinking, no swearing, no drugs, and by practicing what I preach. As a basketball coach, it has been most rewarding to see many of my former players become basketball coaches, both in college and high school and youth league and
So through the generosity of Larry Smith's family, Small College Basketball is proud to present a check to Suffolk University in the amount of $5,000 on behalf of the 2025 Larry Smith Award winner, Ellis Sunny Lane. And I'd please like to welcome to the stage now Larry's daughters, Karen and Rebecca Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellis Sunny Lane, the winner of the 2025 Larry Smith Award. I would ask that you please turn your attention now to the video board for the four members of the Hall of Fame class of 2025 that are not with us here this evening.
Ed Billick, Springfield College and the NCAA, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame. Mario Ellie, American International, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame. Bob Kaufman, Guilford, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame. Bill Warden, North Central, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame. Cedar Bonifant, West Liberty, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
What a blessing this is to be honored tonight, to be with some legendary people backstage, amazing careers, amazing coaches, players. Just so blessed. To my parents, they're here tonight. I could talk a long time about them, but I'll keep it short. My senior year at West Liberty was in 2016. This week, when I'm math director at my high school that I went to, I was doing some math in the office. And a rough estimate from the year 2016, my senior year, Dave did not miss a game, not one game. And I had been traveling 12,526 miles in 4.5 months. Man, give them a round of applause. What a blessing it is to have amazing parents. I think that I could not have had the career I had without them. All the time and the money from when I was in 5th grade to on. So thank you guys. John, thank you for putting this amazing event on, highlighting all these incredible people in the world of small college basketball. God bless.
Brandon Cole, John Brown, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
I want to thank John McCarthy and the entire Small College Basketball Selection Committee. What they're doing is incredible, and it is an honor to be here. Also, my coach, Coach John Sheehy, is here in the room today. My assistant coach, Donna Bostwick. These guys were incredible. Coach Sheehy had that unique ability to push people so incredibly hard, but somehow love them through it. It didn't make sense all the time, but he was so special. And he and Coach Bostwick really modeled what it means to love people well and pursue excellence in what they do, not just on the court, but off the court. And I have to thank one more person that's very important for me. There's a guy here tonight named Coach Jeff Soderquist, and it's very important for me to thank him because this guy was the head coach of my wife's team who played for the women, and I have to thank him for recruiting my wife. That's the most important thing I can do. So thank you, Coach Soderquist.
Joey Flannery, Babson, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Undoubtedly, one of the biggest reasons I'm up here tonight is because of my closest friends, teammates, and guys I call brothers. You know who you all are. You help make the game so special. Coach Brennan, my college coach, 2017 Division III National Coach of the Year, and now my boss, is here tonight. Coach brought out the best in me as a player and empowered me to grow. More than anything, Coach B was there for all of us as people. Thank you for believing in me and for imparting lessons that continue to shape how I live and lead both on and off the court. I certainly wouldn't be standing here tonight without your commitment to me as a person.
Steve Honder, Calvin, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much. It's truly a great honor to be in the same room with great basketball talent and part of something like Small College Basketball Fame is truly amazing. So thank you, John, the selection committee, and everyone else for all your work and pulling us all together. It's been a great day. And also thank you to my wife, who never really liked basketball that much, but has grown to appreciate it. And also thank you to God for all He has done in my life. And I'm grateful for this award, but I know that it couldn't be achieved without my teammates. Coming into my freshman year at Calvin, I was fortunate to join a team with strong senior leadership. One of those seniors is now the head basketball coach at Calvin. Another is the director of athletics. I had no idea how to play at the collegiate level. Those guys bailed me out every night. In fact, another one of those seniors set the Calvin record for most fouls in a single season. I think most of those came from helping out after I got beat. The same can be said for every season. I was always part of a great and balanced team. There were no egos. We all just played to win, and everyone filled different roles. I think there are some players who may be able to excel without a strong team around them, but certainly not me. In addition, I played for a great coach at Dalma, who I feel always put us in a position to win every game.
Eric Klein, Northern State, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Gratefulness to Coach Bob Wilson and the Northern coaching staff, and grateful to the community of Aberdeen for believing in a hometown kid. This is definitely not an individual honor, but it is a team and community honor. And that's what's beautiful about the game of basketball. It's not about the I. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about togetherness, and it's about family. And I'm also grateful to the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame, the committee, and John McCarthy for bringing that message to all of us. Because sometimes in our world today, where Division I sports and professional sports dominate, and there's this special uniqueness about small college basketball that goes well beyond awards and honors and accolades. It changes us, and it stays with us, and it will stay with you forever.
Herb McGee, Philadelphia Textile, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
This is a great thrill for me to be standing up here with all these great players and coaches. My career started as a young fella growing up in West Philly, Pennsylvania. And the only thing I ever wanted to do in basketball at that time was make the team at West Catholic High School. That was it. Because in my neighborhood, if you went to the playground to play pickup, and they knew you played at West Catholic, you were the first or second guy chosen all the time. So that was a great thrill for me. And I also introduced me to one of my great friends, a guy who's been my buddy since I was a freshman in high school, Jim Lyman, the former coach of the Sixers and a number of other NBA teams, and the late great Jim Boyle, who later coached St. Joe's. So when I told those guys, they were both going to go to St. Joe's, when I told those guys that I was going to go to Philadelphia Textile Institute, they thought I was being committed someplace rather than going to college. So when I went there, I had to go through all the jokes about the school. At Textile, you not only had to earn your sweater, but you had to make it. We were said to be a close-knit team. On offense, we ran the league. And the best one ever was when Jack McKinney, the late great coach at St. Joe's, Lakers, and the Indiana Pacers. When he left St. Joe's to take our job for a year, his mother was quoted in the paper saying, "It's a shame her son had to leave a nice place like St. Joe's to take a job in the mill." But that all ended. We started winning and winning consistently. And when I took over the team after 2 or 3 years out of college, we won the national championship. And then everybody knew about us.
Dan McCarroll, North Park and Minnesota State Mankato, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
I owe a lot to coaches that helped me. First, my head coach in college, Roy Green, and then a lot of assistants. You don't do this job alone. And I've had assistants that some are here tonight, some are working, and some have went on and coached in the Big Ten and in the Big East, and been head coaches in Division 1 and 2 and 3, and junior college. And you don't win without good staff, and these guys put in the hours and the work and the loyalty. I'm proud of them and always happy to see them. So some of them are here and they've contributed an awful lot to any success I've had. Then I've been very thankful for my family. My wife Joanne, for 60 years, I met her. She was hired 2 offices away from me, and then by the end of the year we were married. And it lasted 60 years, but she's always been a big part of wherever I've coached, and she's and players have enjoyed her. She cooks the meals, and sometimes on Thanksgiving when guys can't get home, she's always been a loyal recruiter, especially the years at North Park. And I appreciate her very much. We've had 5 children, and she's got them involved in sports and also loyal followers of wherever I was coaching. So she's been a real asset for me.
Lambert Shell, Bridgeport, and inductee into the class of 2025 of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame.
As a small college basketball player, you get inducted to some of these Hall of Fames, but this one is a special place because you're being honored with a group of people that play at the same level as you. I also want to thank my assistant coach, and I don't think assistant coaches get enough credit for what they do. Besides my assistant coach, Victor Wiskowski, he's the one that recruited me out of New York. A kid from Brooklyn, New York. He saw something in me as a junior and stayed with me my whole senior year in high school. And offered me something. I didn't think I really had the opportunity to play at this level, but he saw something in me that I didn't see. He believed in me, and he's still with me today. He's here today. I also like to thank my point guard that I played with for 2 years, Steve Ray, aka Notepad. His nickname was Notepad. He had another nickname, but I won't say it, but his nickname was Notepad. And I say that for this reason. I played with him for 2 years. This guy had an amazing career, but I knew about the Small College Basketball thing. I knew what it was about. He's the one that actually wrote the letter. So here we are, 25, 30 years later, and he's still assisting me in things that are going on. And those are kind of relationships and foundation you think they can build when you stay at this level and play at this level.
10 years later, since we announced the creation of small college basketball, 9 Hall of Fame induction ceremony, 9 Hall of Fame classes, and you came. And everybody backstage here came. And you as teams came, and for 9 straight years, they've continued to show up. And I'm not sure if I could ever articulate well enough the gratitude that wells up inside of me when I see, perfectly easy, the winningest coach in the history of college basketball at the small college level, Dan McCarroll's here. They won 3 straight national championships, and look at the credentials of everybody in this Hall of Fame, and every one of them showed up. And so I just finished by saying, Dad came again this year, 9 straight years, keep coming. And to all of you that took the time out of your day and night to be here with us tonight, you came. I don't think I'll ever be able to thank you enough.